Good morning, happy Monday. It's a glorious day in London. Not really, but we're used to it. And this week, I thought I'd take you along for not just the day, but the whole week. So hurry up because we have to get started. I've got a couple of searches up to 3 million in Notting Hill, Holland Park, Chelsea, for 2 beds. And
What's the budget in Chelsea?
3. They all want the same thing: high ceilings, period features, first floor. Seems to be my niche. And then I have another search which is up to probably maximum 5,000 a week, but only needs a 1 bed. But we're looking at like 1 to 3 beds. Yeah. So. I always really love our Monday morning meetings, not only because it's an opportunity for us all to come together after the weekend, catch up, let each other know what we're working on and find ways to collaborate, but also because Daniel gives us the best pep talks ever. I always find them so motivating, so inspiring, and they just get me really fired up to have a fantastic week. But I haven't had my coffee yet, so I think it's time for a coffee, and then we're going to get through a lot of admin today. So, Reme and I are completing on our penthouse in the factory this Friday, which is very exciting. And today we are going to run through our kind of strategy when it comes to canvassing and a big letter drop that we're planning to do to let everybody in the area know that we've sold this property. And if they need help selling theirs, we are their people. Yes. And Mads is our marketing mastermind, just going to help us.
We love her so bad.
We do. Help us make a strategy. Hi. Okay, and then what else are we going to do? Social media posts.
We're definitely going to do a social media post. We need to talk about how this was the record-breaking price for the area. Like, not only is it your first sale in the area, you guys did it with a bang and really set the tone for the market, and so we need that messaging out there. We're going to talk about what opportunities for PR there are, and you guys got a testimonial too, which is huge. Really gives credibility and weight to your guys' service and expertise. So I'm really excited to work on this with you.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let's get to work. Okay, so we are about to do a couple of viewings on Holland Park. We're now on one of my favourite streets in London, if I dare say so. The Beckhams live on this street, Valentino used to live on this street, and I'm going to go view an apartment, not a house today, for a client who is looking for a rental. But there's a couple available and it's quite rare. They tend to go really quickly, so I'm happy that we've gotten into this one just in time, hopefully, but we'll see if it's any good. Bathrooms. Okay, so I have a couple more flats to see, but I think those are a little bit more private. So I'm going to say bye to you now, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Morning. It is officially autumn. It's a bit of a grey day today, but we are in Knightsbridge and I'm so excited to take you along for another day in my life today because we've got a fantastic lineup ahead of us. It's a pretty busy one as always, but we're starting the morning here at the Pavilion Club, which is a very cool kind of like private members co-working space. And I've kindly been invited by Soul Hub to have a little bit of a meditation session this morning, and then afterwards we're gonna do a cold plunge to officially get the day kick-started. Oh, so I'm still shivering and I can barely feel my toes from the ice bath, but we were just across the street from Harvey Nicks and I have got a few errands to run, so I feel like this is a great opportunity to get warmed up. I feel like it's about to start raining. As I said, we've got loads lined up today and I have a very special surprise, which I'm really excited to show you what that is, but we're gonna get to that a little bit later. So first, a few errands in Harvey Nicks. Okay, we're here on a mission. Let's not get distracted any more than we already have been. All the pretty dresses. I need some new trainers because for some reason I had the black pair and they have disappeared and I've looked everywhere for them. I don't know if like the washing machine swallowed them, is that a thing? But I have the white pair and I wear them all the time. They're so comfortable. So we need a black pair now. Yeah, okay, no luck. Every time I get in the car, plays the first song in my Apple library, which good old One Direction. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of you now, so. That was like the most unsuccessful errands mission ever. Didn't get anything I needed, just got distracted. So I think that means we need a coffee or a matcha and a snack. And then we'll be ready to start the day. This is like the slowest start to a day, but we will get there eventually. So we're gonna go get a coffee. Thank you. So the barista took pity on me with my indecision this morning and gave me an extra shot of espresso because apparently I really needed it. But we've got our matcha and a little bit of banana bread, and I'm just doing a couple of emails and then we're going to go meet somebody for a very exciting sort of intro / hopefully work on a project together. But you'll find out what that's going to be in a minute. Okay, so the day started quite strong and it's sort of skidded to a halt. I feel like we haven't run the errands that we needed to do, and the day is just like starting really slowly, but we're on our way now to Madison, and I'm very excited because we're going to meet somebody from Hagen who make the best kitchen appliances, or some of the best, I should say. They're top of the range. If you ever watch my property tours and an apartment or a property has Hagen appliances in the kitchen, I will definitely mention it. For me, Hagen, like you said, a lot of your clients, it's that kind of super prime level. Yeah. If you see Hagen in a property, as an agent, we always would point it out.
We've been manufacturing as a company since 1683.
whenever you guys are with me, I'm always eating Joe and the Juice for lunch, but just like trying to cram it in between everything. And we couldn't get my trainers in Harvey Nicks, but I'm hoping they have them in the flagship store. So we're gonna go there quickly on our way to Battersea. And then we're gonna go visit Lara at her studio. And I'll explain what we're doing there when we get there, but I'm really excited about that as well. So quickly finish lunch, shoes, and then we'll be on our way. I really like these shoes. I wear them all the time. The white ones I need to wash because I've worn them to death, but I think the black and white just goes with everything. And when I'm running between viewings or meetings all day, they are so comfortable. So they are an essential in my wardrobe. Okay, so I'm super excited because I commissioned a good friend of mine, Lara, who is an amazing artist, to paint a little painting as a closing gift for one of my clients. And she's painted the property that I helped my client acquire. And I think it's just a really nice personal touch, and it'll be a memory that that client can hold on to and have. They have to go through the whole renovation process first, but then once it's done, hopefully they can hang that and always think of the kind of adventure of finding that property. And it was a little bit of an adventure, but we're here at Lara's studio now because she's painted it, and today is the day that I get to collect it, and I'm so excited to see what she's painted for us. Hello!
Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe it's my first time here. This is amazing.
Oh, wow, this is my studio. Yeah,
beautiful and bright. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, how did it go?
No, I think it went okay. So this is it over here.
Oh my god, amazing.
Just a small little sketch. So no, I think I'm, happy with it. And obviously the colours on the day were a bit muted, so I've tried to use a little bit of artistic license and bring out the beautiful building. But no, hopefully it's a fun little sketch. Obviously still yet to be framed. So once it's dry, I will then varnish it, which sort of gives it that final little kiss and everything.
Oh, nice.
And then I will go to the framers and we'll choose a lovely little frame.
It looks beautiful. I'm so happy with it, and I think she's gonna love it. I think you've really captured the essence of the building. The colours are fantastic. Oh, I really, really like it. It's better than I imagined.
Thank you. Well, hopefully when it's in its frame, it will just have that final magic kiss. And yes, the clients will love it.
Perfect. Good morning from my new friend and me. This is Peekaboo. We're gonna grab a coffee, and then we have more of a work day lined up today. I think this is the reason my mind was so all over the place yesterday, but we had the loveliest evening together, and she's gonna come and do some work with us today. Okay, so the story of Peekaboo. My parents have a little Shih Tzu, which we got when I was 14 and my sister was 11, and we love her so much. And she's now 13 years old, 14 years old. She is the loveliest dog, and she has the best personality. And my boyfriend, when we started dating, he didn't know I had a dog, and then he discovered Coco, who's my Shih Tzu, and fell in love. And when I say obsessed is an understatement. He is literally so in love with Coco. He treats her like his child. But it was my boyfriend's 40th recently, and I had absolutely no idea what to get him for his birthday, because he is always really generous with me, and he works super hard, and he's not into kind of like material things at all. So I thought like, okay, what can I get him? And I had the perhaps slightly crazy idea that I think he would cherish his own little furry friend. And it just so happened that when I was having that idea, we bumped into some friends, and they also had, so Peekaboo is a multi-poo. don't judge me. But they also had a Maltipoo who was a couple years old, and she was so lovely and so well behaved and really sweet and friendly. So I asked them for their breeder's contact details, and I messaged the breeder, and this was all in secrecy obviously so that my boyfriend wouldn't find out. But it just so happened that she had just had a new litter like 2 years later, which is a crazy random coincidence, of Maltipoo puppies, and she had 4 girls, and so I drove Luca one afternoon down to go see her, and it was meant to be a surprise, but within like 10 minutes of being in the car, he guessed where we were going. He was like, oh my God, you're taking me to a dog breeder. But we went to go see her, and her siblings, and Luca picked her up and fell in love, and he chose Peekaboo, and that's that. And so I just went to go and pick her up yesterday and take her home, and we had the most lovely, dreamy evening. And she's just like the best little addition to our little family. She is gonna come around with me today, and it's like a take your daughter to work day. Yes!
Hello, gorgeous.
This is Peekaboo. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna film my agent intro now at this insane house. Wow. We're in Richmond, and I'm really excited about this one. I can't wait to show you inside. Whoa, this is magical. I've seen some pretty special houses in my time, but this is next level. What is this place? Okay, so just filmed my agent intro at this incredible house. Truly, I have never seen anything quite like this. Really special and super interesting to hear the story of the owners and how they came to buy the property. And I always find it super fascinating to find out what people do, and just really, really unique, special family. So that was very nice. Bumped into Daniel and Stevie, who were also doing their agent intros, and Emily, who does social media for Daniel, and Fran, who does all of the videography for the agent intros. And just like a nice little morning to get back into it. I feel like I've been away for a while. You're hiding. So it feels really good to be back. And now I'm very excited. I feel like I always say that I'm super excited, but I am, because you never know what you're gonna find, if it's gonna be something really special like this. We're going to an estate just around the corner, which Stevie's organised a preview for us. She's gonna bring it on, and I think it was Churchill's estate. So I've seen a picture, it looks incredible. I'm not sure that I can take you with me, but let's see. I feel like I'm always driving around London, and it's great but so chaotic, and this is so nice and relaxing to be in Richmond Park. Oh my God, there's a deer crossing the road. Look at all the deer over there. Sweet. Stunning. Oof, one's coming to say hi. Very nice. I'm not often in Richmond, but I do really like it. I think it's very peaceful. Feels like the countryside. Okay, that was quite possibly one of the most incredible properties, and I know that I say that a lot, that I have ever seen. It was so beautifully renovated, the attention to detail, the size of it, it's just unparalleled in London, so we were very lucky to see that. I'm sorry that I couldn't take you in, but hopefully we can show you a little bit more soon. You've woken up from your nap. Now we are in Knightsbridge, and we're going to view a rental property. We've got a few viewings lined up this afternoon, but I think the agent is there already, so let's go. We're at Delfino in Mayfair, and this is such an old school, classic, Italian, amazing pizza place. And I just really like it because I feel like Mayfair has a bit of a rap for being quite, I don't know, all the restaurants are very fancy. It's where you'd go on a Friday night out. But recently there have been a few new cool places opening. There's a farm shop, and this is just old school. It's been here forever and it's so good. Okay, so we have another viewing now for a client of mine who's in Germany. But it's so funny, we're waiting for the other agent and standing here on the street. Everybody's reactions to Peekaboo are hilarious. I feel like it just brings joy to everybody. Okay, it's almost the end of the day, but before it's time to go home, Peekaboo's had quite a busy day today. We're going to go visit Max Mara, who are celebrating their Remarkable Women campaign, and they've invited us to celebrate with them. And they're also celebrating the launch of their new Olympia camel coat. So obviously, Max Mara style, I'm wearing my cropped Max Mara camel coat, which I love and wear frequently throughout the autumn. I feel like it's a perfect kind of cozy, easy to dress up, easy to dress down, so warm and comfortable. And we're going to go say hi to everyone. And I don't think we're going to stay for too long because it's definitely going to be time for supper and a cozy evening on the sofa at home. Started. So I have made a couple of autumnal purchases when I was in Paris for the store opening of the store that I found. Of course, you can't go to Paris and not try and get a little orange box. I didn't get the box I was hoping to get, but I got something else which I had been thinking of for a while, so I'm going to show you that in a second. But got back to London and it's like the most autumnal vibes right now. Leaves everywhere. Actually looks beautiful when the sun comes out because it's that crisp golden autumn kind of situation, but also just a lot of rain and like getting quite chilly. And I wanted one of these for years and years and years, and I could never bring myself to buy one. And I think I've finally accepted that I live in London and it's often raining and kind of chilly, temperate. I don't know what the word is, but I finally succumbed and got myself a trench coat. So I'm going to try it on today, and then I'm going to show you what else I got and style like a little bit of an autumnal outfit. I'm just laughing because I realized that the thing I'm going to show you in the orange box basically matches Peekaboo, I think. Okay, so I wanted to get something very classic. I actually have a Burberry puffer coat, which is great when it's like super freezing outside. It was from a friend, but I don't have anything else from Burberry, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to afford anything else from Burberry. So I thought I would get a classic. This is one of their heritage pieces. It's the Wellington coat. I'll show you how it looks on, of course, but I wanted to kind of style it in this like casual way. Just catching up with everything. I've got a few more errands to run today. So this is how it fits me. I've got a mirror in here, so I'm going to just check myself. Yeah, I really like it. I don't know, I love the colour, obviously. Very natural. And then you can either button these kind of like down to keep them open and tie it on the back, which I'm probably gonna do wrong, but and then it stays open and you can kind of roll the sleeves up and just go about your day. Or the way that I really like it, and I think I'll probably wear it more often, particularly with our inclement weather here in London, is just buttoning it up across the front. Okay, so buttoning it up, and then, don't think I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, but I'll show you how I think it should be tied. I did learn, but I've already forgotten. I have a video. Okay, so I just remembered I want to show you something else as well because I haven't done my eyebrows yet. Peekaboo's already found one of the packages and has been exploring what's inside. So we'll get to that in just a second. But first, I thought we could do a little post-Paris unboxing. Also, my nails are in desperate need of refreshing, so I'm going to do a Mani-Pedi after this as well. As I said, it's very much like a catch-up post-travels situation this week. But I'm really, really happy with these. I had seen them a while ago and I went and tried them on randomly in an airport, and they had them in my size and I was kind of hesitating and I was in a rush, I was going to lose my flight, so I didn't get them. But when I was in Paris, I had to go and see what they had in store and I really liked them. I think they're perfect for autumn, and I've seen a lot of like brown suede, chocolate suede and shearling going on, so they have a little bit of both. And I really like how big and chunky they are. I feel like it's just such an easy thing to wear. I'm going to try them on in a second. Let's open the other one. I have the sheep sandals as well. I think that's how you pronounce them. And again, I really like this kind of big, masculine, chunky. There was a blogger, I don't know if she's still around, she was called Man Repeller, which I thought was such a clever name because fashion often is not, I mean, it can be sexy and feminine and fun, but sometimes it should be like cool and kind of a little bit ugly almost. I think that's so cool. Anyways, I thought that these would be a good complement to this outfit. It's just like an easy, not that she's an accessory, but oh, so cute. Just an easy look, like definitely a great weekend look. I mean, it's not the weekend today, but I actually haven't seen them together. How does it look? Let's see. So I quite like it. It's just easy, comfy, cozy. I don't know if the shoes are going to be perfect for the rain, so we have a little bit of like, are we going out in the rain? Are we not going out in the rain? And then I just did this like very, very simple Massimo Dutti vest top underneath, which I literally can't stop touching myself, which sounds so weird, but it's the softest material. And then I have these jeans which are from the Couples. I never buy anything from the Couples because I find their colours are always like quite dark. It's quite rock and roll, but I really like the way they fit. I like the front seam, which I've, well not seam, but pleat, which I've tried to re-iron in exactly the same place. And then I would just put some kind of chunky jewellery, I guess, and we're good to go. Ah, we need to do eyebrows. Essential. Okay, so brows. I cannot leave the house without doing my brows. I don't know why, but I think if I wore no other makeup, it would be just brow pencil and a bit of brow gel and I feel put together. So I've been sent these Merit Beauty products. I've literally seen this brand like everywhere on TikTok, on Instagram, and I thought I would try them myself. This is the 1980 and this is the 1990, and this one fixes your brows in place and then this one fills them. So normally I would, I think, do it the other way around, but I'm gonna just follow what it's supposed to be today and we can see how this goes. I literally I normally do my brows first, but you know, whatever. Oh, it's coloured. I thought it was going to be clear. Okay, so it's like a chocolatey brown colour. Let's see if it's going to match. Oh, I really like that it's coloured actually, because I might not even need to do much with the pencil. So if you just got one product, you could just get this, and it's, for me at least, it's a good match. I like my brows to be a little bit darker because I'm blonde. I don't want to have blonde brows. Kind of perfect. Doesn't even feel really like a gel, so I'm gonna be interested to see during the day, like if my brows actually stay in place. I think it's a pretty good match, to be honest. Okay, let's see if we can fill in a little bit with the 1990. Okay, so you've got two sides. There's a gel pencil, and what's on the other side? Oops. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So you can actually like shape them and brush them out a little bit more, which we've kind of already done. I'm a minimalist, so I would usually just choose one product and use that for everything, but there are some gaps. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm not joking. Like, it's such, I never understand how such a thin little pencil can actually not create like lines that are really awkward and visible in your brows, but this somehow just blends in seamlessly and fills gaps. I don't know if I'm just being extra careful today, but wow. We are officially ready to go out. I'm gonna link the link for the products below so you can get them. To be honest, like, I think these are gonna be my two hero products this year. So I'm ready to go out, except that I'm not going out because I have someone coming to do my nails here. I'm gonna do a few calls and little bits of work before they arrive. And then we can just take our time this morning, which is quite nice. Okay, so we have finally made it out the house, although it's been a fairly productive morning, I think. I'm gathering a lot of options at the moment for a few searches that I've got for rentals. So that takes a lot of, I mean, a big part of my job is basically just calling other agents, seeing what's new, what's coming on, what's off market that's not online. Really just doing my research and treasure hunting, and then collating all of those options, narrowing them down into shortlists, and then getting out to see the properties. And often when I'm retained by a client, I'm doing that on their behalf. So they basically place their trust in me to understand their requirements and what they're looking for, and then I go out and preview. And it's super important to do that because quite often you'll arrive and you know, the building is not in good condition, and the arrival is very important to them, and if the common parts aren't very nice and there's no plans to do them, then it doesn't really matter how nice the flat is. So that's one example, but there are other things. There can be like loud noises or building works across the street or weird smells that you just don't get from looking at something online. So that's basically a huge part of my job. And then once I go and see the properties, I'll again narrow down the shortlist, and we'll go from there. And then often my clients will come out and see them with me a second time, but that's what we're going to go do now. So we have a beautiful looking flat. Let's see how it actually looks. But it's on Cadogan Square and it's available to rent. It's got big ceilings, nice windows overlooking the garden square. So I'm feeling quite optimistic about this one. And then we have a few little errands to run. Peekaboo's coming with us again today. She enjoyed her day so much yesterday. But the weather today is literally like bipolar. It was raining, then it was sunny, now it's raining again. So I feel like I spent all of my time either here on Pavilion Road or on Westbourne Grove. It's just such a nice place to grab a coffee. You always bump into people. I just bumped into, well, obviously more people now that I have her because everybody wants to stop and say hi. But we are going to go back to Notting Hill now to run a couple of errands before I have an orthodontist appointment. Very glamorous. Okay, managed to secure the trainers, which is ridiculous, but I left them at Pavilion after the Soul Hub event the other day, and then we were trying to track them down and they said they didn't have them. They had them, which is great. They are so dirty, they need a wash. But now I have my white pair back, didn't lose them, and I have my new black pair, so I'm covered. Although, yeah, I just realised that they're not waterproof, and they sell waterproof trainers, so I probably should have bought the waterproof ones given where I live. I'm in constant denial. Anyways, we are going to go to the dentist now. Fun, fun, fun. We are in Mayfair for the final stop of the day that I'm going to take you along for. After that, I've got a meeting with the producer, which is something a little bit exciting. And now we're going to go see a flat in Mayfair, which is for the same client that we looked at the Chelsea flat for. But this is such a fantastic location because you're a short walk into the heart of Mayfair with so many amazing cafes, restaurants, and then you can literally see Hyde Park behind me. It's on your doorstep, so I'm excited about this one. So that's a wrap for Thursday, or at least as much as I can take you along with me for. After this, I'm going to take Peekaboo to go see her dad, meet everyone in his office, and then, as I said, I've got that drink with the producer, and I'm seeing my family for dinner, and they also are super excited to meet Peekaboo. This is definitely the week of Peekaboo. I think the flat was very, very nice, nicely renovated inside. A couple of things I'm not 100% sure about, but I'm going to catch up with my clients now on the phone in the car, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao. Hi. Okay, happy Friday. We finally made it to the end of this chaotic week, and today is a really, really good day because my colleague Reme and I are completing on a beautiful, incredible penthouse apartment that we've just sold for a record-breaking price in record time. Sold it in 4 weeks since we were instructed, and today is the day we complete. So we're here in Shoreditch, not my usual neck of the woods, and I've got these gifts for the buyer and the seller, and we're going to head up there and see them now and do the handover of the key.
Rosie and I have just completed on our penthouse in Shoreditch.
Woo!
It was the loveliest experience that our client got us this amazing bottle of wine, and to see the client and the buyer and
It was
do
really
the whole
cute.
handover. It was so special, and it's our first still together, our first of many. So
To many more.
yeah.
What a great Friday.
What a great Friday.
Happy Friday. So cute. All right, off we go. Okay, so I wish I could say that I was going home to chill now, but I have a viewing tour this afternoon. I feel like I've taken you on a lot of viewings with me this week, so I'm going to let you go and enjoy the weekend, and I will see you very soon. Bye.